Today I'm showing you baby gear that is actually worth your time, money, and space. So I'm going to tell you which ones are not and which ones are. Let's dive right into it. We are going to kick this baby registry review off with a wrap carrier. I like a wrap. They might not last forever, but they are cozy and comfy when your baby is little. They're very affordable. They roll up tight in the diaper bag. For me, it is a yes. Next, we have the Fisher-Price portable chair. It's like a sit-me-up chair. I would say skip it. Let your baby naturally figure out their way from laying to rolling to crawling to sitting up. They don't need all the props. Okay, then we have like an exercaucer, as they call them. I put my kid in this a little bit. We had one we got, I believe, from my mom's daycare or from a garage sale. I probably wouldn't buy the item new, just me, and I'm a thrifty person. I don't like all the seats, okay? Babies don't have to have them. And then we have like an exercise, whoa. And then we have a play gym that is $140. That is way too much money for a play gym. Don't do it. You can just put a quilt on the ground. Okay, that is way too much money. A little Pooh Bear set. I'm not big on characters, but if you like characters, great, go for it. You do you. Then in the bathing, we've got one of these. I actually had this and I don't actually love it. I think I would rather get a small tub. You save water, you know. I've heard more and more you shouldn't bathe them in the sink. So even if this fits in your sink, just, you know, contamination from like chicken and things like that, it's better to bathe them in the bathtub. And then you need a lot of water to get it up. So I would rather get a little tub, I think, is the way I would go. Then we got some Johnsons. I would try to find something a little better, personally, for your baby's delicate little skin. Then we got the little cart. Now, this might be a 2-pack of them. Interesting. You could use one in the nursery. You could use one for breastfeeding or out in the living room. I'm not a fan. I would rather just have a little basket. I think this is a little bit of a gimmick of like, set up your breastfeeding cart, and it just makes you feel like you need it. You don't actually need it. You probably aren't going to wheel it around the house that much. So for me, I did a basket for breastfeeding, and then I had sort of like a basket or a box for postpartum stuff in the bathroom. And that was all I had. I didn't need everything moving around with me. Then we got some water wipes. Nothing wrong with some wipes. Bottles. I don't like that these are the 4-ounce bottles. I always say get the big ones because they will outgrow these. High chair. I strongly recommend getting one that clips into a kitchen chair, like a booster seat. Okay, I don't like the freestanding high chair. I think they're cluttery in your kitchen. Do you have a place in your kitchen where you want this to sit for the next 2-3 years? Silicone bibs, love these. Cannot speak highly enough of them. You don't need any more than 2 or 3. One for the diaper bag, one for at home, and maybe a second one for at home. So when one's in the dishwasher, you can wear one. Also, maybe one for daycare or like grandma's house, but you don't need 10 of these. Okay, that's the whole point, is you can rinse them out and rewear them. Next, we got some Aveeno. Cool, up to you what you put on baby's skin. Baby monitor. I like a baby monitor that does a split screen. I like one that comes with 2 cameras, okay? Cannot recommend that enough. First baby, put 2 cameras on them, and then when you have that second kid, move a camera, and you got 2 cameras, one for each kid, going to the same screen. So you don't have to have 2 separate baby monitors. Just a thought, think about it, okay? We're thinking long-term, not just short-term. Then we have some sheets. So this one, they must like Winnie the Pooh. These both look like Pooh. So these are bassinet sheets here, and I believe here, whereas these are crib sheets. Love that these are all gender neutral. Love that, because crib sheets are something you can reuse for future children. And then we got another 2-pack here. So we're getting, I think, 2 bassinet sheets and 4 crib. Not bad. I recommend 3 for the crib, so 4, still a good number. Now we got the bassinet. I actually did not do bassinets. I went straight for the crib. And you can sleep in the room with your baby if you have like a guest bed in there. I didn't like the bassinet. I don't know. It wasn't for me. I chose to be separate from my husband, let him get a good night's sleep. And just with breastfeeding, I did the crib. We started them out in there. We didn't have to transition to the crib later. They already were familiar with it. So that is the route we did. They do outgrow a bassinet quicker than you think. All right, moving on to car seats and strollers. We got the mirror from the car. Great. They make a camera option as well that usually is around $35. So up to you what route you want to take. And then I do recommend getting a car seat that goes with a stroller. I like it. Then they can clip in. You can use them longer. So yeah, this is actually a really good deal if this is a stroller, car seat, and a base. But yeah, a stroller like this a newborn can't ride in. So make sure that you get one that the car seat can clip in and you can use it from day one. Let's quickly click on this. I just want to make sure. Okay, based on this picture, the car seat does clip into the stroller. I was a little unsure on this one, but that's really important for using your stroller from day one. All right, so now we're back onto this page, and we got a toothbrush here, Easy Grip. I've never tried that kind of toothbrush. I don't think you have to have it. Now, I will say because it's got that like apple-y shape on the top, they can't shove it too far back and choke themselves. I'm assuming that's part of the design here. For $9, that's not a bad deal. Okay, not a bad deal. Now we've got the cart cover. Realistically, are you going to use this? I'm not shaming you if you do. Great if you do. Prevent some germs, whatever. But are you going to remember to keep it in your car? Are you going to take it in the house and wash it regularly, semi-regularly? Are you going to take it in the store when you've got your hands full? I know for me, once you have multiple children, it's like, okay, I've got kids. I try to take my reusable bags into the grocery store. You're doing this. It can be a lot to manage. Again, not judging. If you want to do this, great. I commend you. But will you do it? That's the question. Are you somebody who doesn't mind slowing down and dealing with things like this, or are you in a hurry? The baby Brezza bottle sterilizer. So are you 100% using bottles all the time? Like if you're going to directly nurse your baby, don't get this. That is expensive to wash bottles, okay? And I know it makes life easier because it's washing them, it's sterilizing them, whatever. But also like, is it better than just quickly washing the bottle? $137 is expensive, plus tax for a dishwasher, a tiny little dishwasher. I would not get it. I wouldn't. I would hand wash, but that's just me. Everybody's got different priorities. And with that, we're already done. All right, so there you have it. That was a real baby registry of someone on Amazon. Took it apart. We saw the pros, we saw the cons. Hopefully this helped you in curating and creating your own baby registry. If you're pregnant, nursing, getting ready for your baby shower, or just plain old curious, what are the baby products currently on the market? If you are interested in checking out more videos to get a little more help and see some different products, go ahead and click to another video on my channel. All links for these products will be in the description, as well as some products that maybe weren't on here that I personally recommend and did use. Okay, so look for those links in the description. See you in the next video, and until then, have a wonderful day.